Hello my friend, in today's video I am going to tell you what are those 3 common mistakes that most English learners are making. So you have to avoid these mistakes if you want to speak English fluently and confidently. And it is one of the 3 most common mistakes that English learners are making. So you have to watch this video till the very end and I am gonna tell you the exact solution of those 3 common mistakes. And the first mistake that most English learners are making is that they are thinking of perfection. They are just thinking that when I'll be able to know all the structure, all the sentences, then I'll start practicing, then I'll start speaking in front of somebody. It's not going to happen. You have to start practicing with whatever you know, and it is one of the best things that you can do. And whatever you know, you have to just start speaking with that. You don't have to think of perfection because nobody is perfect, my friend, and perfection is going to come throughout the journey of your speaking English. So you don't have to think about the perfection from starting because it's not going to happen. So don't think about perfection. Keep learning on a daily basis, and if you think that I'll be perfect, then I'll start practicing in front of somebody, then you are going to do a very bad thing into the journey of your speaking English. So you have to avoid this thing. You don't have to wait about perfection. You have to start speaking with whatever you know, and this is one of the best things that you can do in your journey of speaking English. The second thing that I'm gonna tell you is that most people are thinking that people are just thinking that how much time does it take to speak English, and they are thinking that if I'll put effort, then within 2 months or 4 months or 6 months they'll be able to speak English fluently and confidently. But in reality, my friend, that's not going to happen. It's gonna take a longer time to speak any language. So it's not a subject that you will be able to grab a command over that. So it's not that thing. So you'll have to spend some time and you'll have to keep patience at the same time, then you'll be able to speak any language. So it's not that much easy thing to do. So of course, if you'll keep doing this thing on a regular basis, so of course it is not gonna be that much difficult for you if you are putting effort on a regular basis and if you are able to keep patience at the same time. So this is the thing, and this sort of question should not come into your mind from the beginning, that how much time does it take to speak English. So you don't have to think about all these things. All the answer of your question you are going to get throughout the journey of your speaking English. So it's a very common thing, and you are supposed to ask this sort of question because initially you don't know that how much time does it take to speak English. That's why you are looking for each and everything, that how much time does it take to speak English. So of course it is going to take more than 7, or it is going to take, I think, more than 8 or 9 months it may take. So I think it had taken me more than a year to speak English fluently and confidently. So that was the thing, and that was my time, and that was the time that took me to speak English. And you may have to practice a little bit more or a little bit less. So it will depend on your capacity to learn English. So you don't have to ask this set of question. You have to just keep learning on a daily basis. You have to put effort on a daily basis, and on the other hand you have to keep patience as well. And those sort of things you have to do, then you will be able to speak English fluently and confidently. And it's not a big deal, my dear. You are going to be speaking English if you are just putting effort on a daily basis. And the third thing that most English learners are committing is that they are just trying to translate their own native language into English. And even you have to stop this sort of thinking. You can't learn any language by translating one language into another. It's not the thing that is going to work into your journey of speaking English. So you have to avoid this sort of thing. You have to just listen, you have to watch each and everything in English, you have to read in English, and you have to just try to speak in English. You don't have to translate one language into another. You have to just directly watch whatever you are watching in English, and that is going to work like wonder in the journey of your English. So you don't have to think about all those things. Everything is gonna go into right direction. Let me revise once again. The first thing that we don't have to ask how much time does it take. The second thing that we don't have to translate one language into another. And the third thing is that we don't have to think of perfection from the beginning. So all the thing is going to work if you are applying all the things, and I hope you have got the solution of your problem, and I hope you are not gonna commit those sort of mistakes from now. So